Hot Springs Village Inside Out is a closer look at the greatness of Hot Springs Village, Arkansas and the surrounding areas. People, places, experiences. Hot Springs Village is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Join me, Randy Cantrell, and my co-host Dennis Simpson as we engage in weekly conversations to explore Hot Springs Village Inside Out. Today's show is brought to you by Central Arkansas's favorite radio station, KVRE. Find them on the dial at 92.9 FM. Stream them live at kvre.com. RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village. The award-winning RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village is the largest real estate office inside the village with over 30 full-time agents and support staff. Visit them to learn more about this beautiful place to solve your real estate needs. Call them today at 1-800-364-9007. Find them online at explorehsv.com. They are RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village at 1-800-364-9007 or online at explorehsv.com. Ike Eisenhower State Farm. Ike and his award-winning team have been serving the insurance needs of folks all around Hot Springs Village since 1998. Ike has qualified for State Farm's President's Club, Chairman's Circle, and Hot Springs Village Insurance Agent of the Year. Call Ike Eisenhower State Farm today at 501-984-4100. That's 501-984-4100. Find them online at ikeeisenhower.net. Call them today for all your insurance needs because, like a good neighbor, Ike Eisenhower State Farm is there.
Hot Springs Village Inside Out, my friends, Miss Emmy Rogers, Miss Susan Clark. These ladies are going to be very pivotal here in just a minute when we tell a story. I'm going to tell a story about going to the Boys and Girls Gala and walking through the silent auction, found some fantastic bargains, wanted to go to Coleman's Rock Mine, wanted to go to the Crystal Ridge Distilleries, bought a map on the wall of the village. It was wonderful. And Miss Susan calls and says, "Come get your stuff." And she didn't exactly use those words, but that's what I recall. So spring break, I show up and I get a tour of a really impressive place. I had never been in, lived here 20 years, been buying and selling here 20 years. Never walked in the building before. Susan, tell us about the Boys and Girls Club, Cedar Creek Boys and Girls Club.
Cedar Mountain? Sure.
Cedar Mountain.
Well, Cedar Mountain is located just outside the West Gate, close to the Home Plate restaurant. We're located in a building just above the baseball fields. And the Boys and Girls Club is an organization through Boys and Girls Clubs of Saline County, and we offer programs to the children after school and during the summer.
So when I walked in, let me interrupt for 1 second. When I walked in, there were just empty classrooms, and I'm like, well, what's going on here? To which you reminded me that the ALE
Alternative Learning Environment for Jessieville and Fountain Lake are housed here during the day. So they hold classes from 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock-ish to 2:45 when the buses pick them up. After they leave, then our children are bused down by Fountain Lake and Jessieville school districts, and our program starts at 3:30 to 6.
Okay, and as I had asked when I visited, who is this program for? I mean, who's your typical target user or patron?
For the Boys and Girls Club?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's children of working parents in our community. They need a safe place for the children to go after school until they can get off work. So during the school year, we serve Jessieville and Fountain Lake school districts, but in the summer, we have children from all over the area that come to our club. Their parents are working out here or close out here. So in the past, we've had people from Lakeside and Lake Hamilton, Hot Springs, Cutter, Morning Star. We also serve some children that are visiting their dads for the summer. And
that makes sense.
We have many children that are being taken care of by their grandparents here in the village. And the grandparents want a place for them to go that's safe until they're ready to pick them up.
What a wonderful service. And to spin this back around just a little, Miss Emmy, you work back at the Saline County Division, where one of my granddaughters goes to the Benton facility.
Absolutely.
Emmy, how does this association work? Who's what here?
Yeah. So the Boys and Girls Club of Saline County started in 1969 in Benton and has been serving the youth of Saline County for 54 years.
Wow.
And in 2015, 16, the North Garland County Paul Bowie Jr. Boys and Girls Club, that is now this Cedar Mountain Club, they were unfortunately going to have to close their doors because it had just gotten to the point where, you know, so many community members had stepped in and tried to reinvigorate or save it or make sure that kids were going to be able to be served still. Ike Eisenhower was one of those community members that worked tirelessly to make sure that this club didn't have to close its doors. So as kind of a last ditch effort, they came to us and said, would we be able to partner? And so our board of directors, our staff visited for a long time and decided there's just really not a situation where we can let something like that happen if we can step in and help. And since then, it's just been an amazing partnership with, like Susan was involved with the club before the Boys and Girls Club of Sling County took over. So it's been really awesome to be able to collaborate together and work together with some of this past history with Ike and Susan and Robert Nielsen. And I mean, so many community members that are still involved today, Clara. And so we've just been able to expand and grow and serve more kids. We have a daycare now as well in Hot Springs Village that Susan is, you know, can say a lot more about, but that's how we got to where we are today. And so in Benton, we, you know, our facility is a little bit bigger. We serve like every day, Dennis, across the facilities, we're serving about 600 kids every day.
Really?
And that is, you know, and after school, like Susan said, that's from 3:30 to 6. They come in, they put their bags down, they get a snack immediately. So they get fed first. And then they can do anything from basketball to homework help with a certified teacher or art class or dance class. Even, you know, both of the clubs have music as an offering. So here we do guitar and keyboarding 4 times a week. So 4 days a week, there is a certified music teacher in a classroom that's waiting for kids to come in that might want to learn how to play guitar, which, well, you know.
Susan, when you gave me a tour, we walked in, one of the things, there were beautiful guitars on the walls. And I'm like, why are there guitars here? Well, what are we doing?
Yeah. Well, we offer guitar also, and we offer piano lessons here. We've been doing piano since we opened in 2016, and we just added guitars a couple months ago. We have a volunteer that comes in and teaches the children a couple times a week how to play the guitars. Those guitars that you saw were bought by a grant that I wrote a few years back for some musical things, musical items. We got some keyboards and we had the guitars, and now the guitars are in use. So
I'm imagining, and Susan, I've never been here. I don't know that I want to be, but between 3:30 and 6, it's like a tornado. Am I close? Is it something like that?
Yes, they get off that bus and we have to slow them down to get them through the door. They come in, they check in. We have a system where we check who comes in the building for security reasons, safety reasons for the children. We serve them a dinner. And then before they go home, they have snack. But in the middle of all that time between 3:30 and 6, there's art programs and science. We have cooking, we have sewing, we have guitars, we have piano. There's multiple programs that are going on that the children can go from one room to the other to do. So if they're not interested in science today, they can go on into the art room. So
cool. And Emmy, luckily, all this is free, right? Just falls out of the heavens, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, I wish. So fortunately, we are able to offer these programs to our children at no cost because we have a grant that helps them to be able to come like free of charge, you know, from those school districts. But we fundraise all year long so that we're able to pay for these certified teachers, that we're able to pay for like the food that we serve, or, you know, like Susan said, we write grants for different instruments, or, you know, people like me and Susan administratively, just there's overhead that obviously has to be fundraised for and taken care of so that we can continue to run efficiently, effectively. And Susan said a really important word, safely. Yeah. So, you know, we have all these kids under our care every day. So safety is absolutely the number one concern, and just priority for all these kids that we serve, whether it's the sports programs that we run or the after school or the summer. Safety is number one.
I bet. Making sure we got all them little heads that came in the door go back out the door, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And, I think something that's really neat, we'd ask the kids, kind of polled them one day what their favorite thing about the Boys and Girls Club is. And you get different answers, like across the board. You'll have somebody say, I just like to come hang out with my friends. But then you've got one in there that says, sometimes I need a break from home, and this is the place I want to be. Or you'll have kids say, school is a lot of pressure and this is a lot of fun. Like you have kids that come to the Boys and Girls Club for a break from all kinds of things. And that always kind of hits home for me, that like, we're here, filling a need that you may not see, but it's kind of different for everybody. You may have a kid that tried out for band and didn't make band, but they get to be in the piano recital at the Boys and Girls Club. So there's a niche for everybody. And I think that's one of the really important things about the Boys and Girls Club programs.
That is awesome, awesome, awesome. And in my mind, I think, I know the village, I know the people that are watching and listening. Right. And the question is, how can I help? What can I do? Well, at KVRE, I hear Tracy every morning. We chat about this, that, we're collecting snacks. In the fall, yes, we collect coats. We collect anything you think you need in your house. You pretty much can use at the Boys and Girls Club, would be my theory. Food, clothing, that kind of stuff. But that said, you also can take volunteers, because I'm sure somebody who teaches piano or anybody else who wanted to volunteer, Susan, you wouldn't throw rocks at them, right?
No, we welcome them in. They come in and they talk to my program director, Jessica Hooper, and she sets up a program that they want to participate in. Some just want to come and hang out with the children. Some want to teach a class. We have different organizations from the village that come and share their talents. We have crocheters that come in. We have a yoga teacher right now that's coming in to share her talent with our kids. We have an author in the village that writes stories that deal with yoga. So she came in and read the story, and then they did yoga. So we have people that want to teach them to sew. We have people that want to do bead work with them, make necklaces. One year we had a lady that did clay necklaces, and she came in and she worked with the children to make a necklace for their mothers for Mother's Day. So any volunteer that wants to come out and help, some want to help with homework.
Nothing. Hang on. What is there an age cap? Because I think making some of this sounds fun. I could just show up.
There's an age cap. You can come out and you bring your talent, Dennis.
Well, be that as it may, if you know what I mean. Miss Emmy, but once a year, we have a big fundraiser. What is that?
Yes. So in the village, it used to be the winter gala, and we've moved it to the spring gala, but we just had our 7th annual. So we've been doing it for 7 years. This past year on March the 16th was the most successful one that we've done in the 7 years that we've hosted it. Yes, we were so excited. It was amazing. We had an auction, a live, a silent. Dennis, thank you for being there and helping with the live auction. We had a dragon dance performance by the kids, and we had 230 people that were there. I mean, we were at capacity at the Coronado Center, which is one of the exciting things that we hadn't had before. And we were able to raise, we're just over, 36,000, for the Boys and Girls Club. Wow. And so that was pretty incredible. And the generosity of the community from year to year continues to increase and floor us and blow us away. And there's nothing but gratitude that we have for to be able to do what we do, because you asked how people can help. Come to our events, participate as a volunteer in whatever way, whatever capability you have to be engaged. It means so much to the kids and so much to us. Like, you can impact these lives in so many different ways. So we really appreciate it.
I think it might appear that you would be doing it for the kids, but I think it would be a matter of minutes until you realize what you were getting out of it too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel every day. I mean, I really do feel so privileged to be able to talk about what we do, the programs we offer. And, I grew up and my mom picked me up from school, which feels like a privilege as well. But I didn't get to do guitar. I didn't get to do piano lessons because you know how much that costs.
Mm-hmm.
That's about I mean, now in today's world, any kind of lesson like that is $100 a month. And these are things that are included in your free membership to the Boys and Girls Club. So I'm thinking like, man, I wish I had a place like this to come when I was a kid. So it's really special. And I feel very blessed to be able to work for this organization.
Well, as we sit here and as we record this very minute, my 2 twin grandbabies are just across the way at the daycare center that is also run by the Boys and Girls Club, right?
Yes,
Right.
Susan, you got to talk about the daycare.
In 2017, we took the daycare. It used to be called Simply Kids, and it's now called Great Futures, because that's kind of the slogan or the theme of a Boys and Girls Club, making futures great for the children. We serve children from 6 weeks to 5 years, just before they go into kindergarten. So they'll go right up to their kindergarten entrance date. We have 53 children in our facility right now. And we do programs over there too. There's curriculum for every classroom, from 4-year-old preschool room learning their alphabet to the toddlers learning their colors. So there's lots of physical activities. We have 2 beautiful playgrounds that they can go out on. And, play is a huge learning environment for children. So the more we can keep them playing, the more they're going to learn. So it is an amazing facility. You can come visit that too, Dennis. You haven't? Well, yeah, you have if you have your grandchildren there, right?
I've never picked them up. Yeah, apparently they don't trust me or something. It's like this responsible thing.
We probably, when we see you outside the door, we probably aren't going to buzz you in.
Probably so. Maybe if I pull up at the driveway, I just open the door, you could just throw them in as I drive by.
So just come on over and those children were open from 7 in the morning till 6 at night. And they're cared for by very loving adults who just think the world of them.
And they are super sweet. They really are. Emmy, what do we got coming up? What are we going to do next?
Yes. So I know we already talked in a segment with Claire about the Shredded event on April 22nd, but come August, we will be hosting our 7th annual car show. It's it's at the Woodlands Auditorium, and we have music, we have food, and your car entry or your gate entry is good for all the things inside. So the drinks are free, the food is free, you just got to come and get in, and it's a lot of fun. It helps raise, vital funds for the Boys and Girls Club there in August as well. And you'll get to see a lot of really neat cars. We had 100 last year, I think, 100 different bikes and cars. And so, anyway, it's a really fun time.
It sounds
and the
like
other thing that we have coming up, Dennis, it's not necessarily in Hot Springs Village, but it's a free event on April the 15th, Saturday, April 15th. Mark Lowry, who is a Christian comedian. Yeah. You might be familiar with him. He's coming to do a concert at the First Baptist Church in Benton with Sue Dodge, who is a kind of a local celebrity here, as well as Endless Highway. They're coming. It's free to the community. You just need to kind of redeem your tickets on our website, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, how would I get to that website, Emmy? Plug.
www.sbgclub.com.
And that stands for Saline County Boys and Girls Club.com.
Yes, that's right. And so if you go there, you can redeem tickets for Mark Lowry on Saturday, April the 15th. So
for those of you that sounds a little bit familiar, but you can't put it all together, he was with the Gaither vocal band for a while and actually toured with the Gaithers. He's a friend of Bill Gaither, but has broken out on his own in the last 15, 20 years as a Christian comedian, and is hysterical. He's a very, very funny guy. If you're a Baptist and you want to be made fun of, that's the place.
Yeah.
I was literally watching one of his yesterday. He has denominations down. He knows how them assemblies are. He knows how them Baptists are.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
And that's at First Baptist Church on the 15th. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we go to SBG Club.
SC, Saline County Boy Girl Club.
Yeah. SCBGclub.com to redeem our tickets. Yeah. And actually, what's a number we can call? Susan, I know somebody's going to call and go, hey, I got some questions. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Our number here at the club is 501-984-6996.
984-6996.
Yes, sir.
Right?
And
Honestly, it's a
Emmy,
delight. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry.
Emmy, you going to give your phone number so they can call about the concert?
Sure. If you want to call about the Mark Lowry concert, it's 501-315-8100.
315-8100.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, it has been, as always, a pleasure to meet with you again. For Hot Springs Village Inside Out, I'm Dennis Simpson. She's Amy Rogers. She's Susan Clark. We will see you next time.
Thanks for watching and listening to Hot Springs Village Inside Out, a weekly podcast starring Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Visit the website at hotspringsvillageinsideout.com.